Today's
Tariff
news.
confusion.
Right now what we've got is chaos and corruption.
Fire at Pennsylvania governor's mansion.
We do know that this attack was targeted.
Historic space flight.
They are floating, they are weightless.
Good morning, I'm Steve Kathan with the CBS World News Roundup. Stocks on Wall Street opened higher this morning, and it was a strong day for markets overseas as the trade war with China headed into a new week. A new CBS News poll indicates 58% of Americans oppose tariffs on imported goods, and there's conflicting information about what products from China might be excluded. Here's White House correspondent Nancy Cordes.
After a week of market turbulence, President Trump is defending his ever-changing tariff plan.
We have to have a certain flexibility, and we're doing really well, and financially our country's going to be stronger than it's ever been.
On Friday night, U.S. Customs notifying importers that electronics like smartphones and laptops would be excluded from the reciprocal tariffs on China that now stand at 145%. But yesterday, Trump posted that there was no tariff exception announced on Friday. Electronics, he said, are just moving to a different tariff bucket. White House officials tried to explain the distinction on Sunday.
This is not like a permanent sort of exemption. It's not that they won't be subject to tariffs geared at reshoring. They'll just be under a different regime.
Democrats argued it was just more evidence that Trump's tariff policy is being crafted on the fly.
President Trump now has a crisis in credibility. We're hearing from around the world. People just don't know if they can trust him.
In a new court filing yesterday, the Trump administration insisted it has no legal obligation to return Tilmar Abrego Garcia to this country from El Salvador, in spite of a Supreme Court ruling that said steps must be taken to bring him back. California Democrat Mo Khanna on Face the Nation.
This administration is taking actions that are unconstitutional. Look, Vice President Vance said that the Abrego was an M13 gang member with no legal rights here, and the Supreme Court said, well, we don't know, and he does actually have legal rights.
Secretary of State Rubio said yesterday that 10 criminals from Latin American gangs were sent from the U.S. to El Salvador. That country's president meets with President Trump today at the White House. A CBS News poll pegs President Trump's approval rating at 47%, down 6 points from February. 44% approve of his handling of the economy. And a physician's report on Trump after his physical last week says the 78-year-old president, quote, exhibits excellent cognitive and physical health. Now to Pennsylvania, where a man is under arrest accused of setting fire to the governor's mansion, a fire that forced Governor Josh Shapiro and his family to leave in the middle of the night. CBS's Chanel Call.
At 2 a.m. on Sunday, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro and his family awoke to state police banging on their door. There was a fire in their home, and they needed to evacuate. The governor, his wife, and 4 children were unharmed, but new images show the charred interior where the fire was set. Late Sunday, Shapiro had this message from outside the mansion.
This kind of violence is becoming far too common in our society, and I don't give a damn if it's coming from one particular side or the other. It is not okay.
Last night on 60 Minutes, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky urged President Trump to visit the country's capital, Kyiv.
Before any kind of decisions, any kind of formats of negotiations come to see people, hospitals, children destroyed or dead.
Just yesterday, a Russian missile hit the heart of one city, killing at least 34 people. Now to Texas. Our CBS colleague Gail King joined 5 other women aboard a Blue Origin space flight this morning. She had expressed concern before going up.
There was something about being part of the first female team to me. The group of women that they put together is so extraordinary to me that I thought, wow, why would I not want to be a part of that?
Blue Origin returned safely. Lauren Sanchez, the fiancée of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, was on board. So was singer Katy Perry. Well, the long wait for a green jacket is over for golfer Rory McIlroy. On CBS, McIlroy won in a playoff to take his first Masters title.
It's been 14 long years, but thankfully I'm I got the job done.
McElroy is